In the next few decades, your job will disappear, not because you failed, not because of a crisis, not because of a mistake. It will disappear because something else can do it better. For the first time in human history, we are not competing with other humans. We are competing with intelligence itself. Artificial intelligence does not ask for a salary. It does not get tired, and it never stops learning. From doctors to artists to programmers. No profession is truly safe. This is not a prediction. This is already happening. The real question is not, will AI take our jobs? The real question is, what happens to humanity when work disappears? Welcome to NeuroVerse Dimension. For most of human history, work meant survival. If you could hunt, you lived. If you could build, you were protected. If you could think, you were respected. Work gave us food. Work gave us structure. And work gave us identity. Civilizations were built on contribution. Everyone had a role. Everyone had value. For thousands of years, intelligence was a rare commodity. Knowledge took time to acquire. Skill required hands-on experience. And achieving mastery demanded decades of dedication. To work was to matter. Your labor was your proof of existence, your contribution to the tribe, your mark on the world. This fundamental connection between work and worth is embedded deep within our cultural DNA. It's the invisible architecture that holds up our societies. Every major invention promised liberation: the steam engine, electricity, the computer. Each one was supposed to reduce our labor and increase our freedom. But instead, something strange happened. We worked more. The steam engine didn't just move goods, it created factories that demanded round-the-clock shifts. The computer didn't just simplify calculations, it tethered us to a digital world that never sleeps. Emails replaced letters, but they also arrived instantly, expecting an instant reply. Notifications replaced silence, shattering our focus, and burnout replaced balance as the new normal. Technology didn't remove work, it accelerated it. It amplified it. We became more efficient, but the expectations grew even faster. We built tools to serve us, but somehow we ended up serving the tools. Until now, artificial intelligence is not just another machine. This is the critical distinction we have to understand. Previous technologies replaced muscle. A tractor replaced the physical labor of a dozen farmhands. A factory robot replaced the repetitive motions of an assembly line worker. But AI replaces judgment. It recognizes patterns that are invisible to the human eye. It learns from vast oceans of data, and it improves itself day after day, without ever needing a coffee break. A human expert needs years, sometimes decades, to train. An AI just needs information. And in our world, information is infinite. AI can now write essays, compose music, design buildings, analyze complex legal contracts, and even diagnose diseases with accuracy equal to or greater than top human specialists. This isn't just the automation of labor anymore. This is the automation of intelligence itself. At NeuroVerse Dimension, we believe this is the moment where everything changes. Because once intelligence is no longer unique to humans, the very foundations of our society begin to shift. So, what goes first? The first jobs to vanish are not physical. They are cognitive. Accountants, analysts, programmers, designers, writers, translators. Any job that is based on identifying rules, finding patterns, or making predictions can be learned by a machine. White-collar work, the kind that required a college degree and was once considered the safe path to a stable life, is not safe. It's on the front lines of this transformation, and blue-collar jobs will follow close behind. We're already seeing autonomous trucks on highways, robotic systems handling construction, and fully automated factories that operate in the dark. From a purely economic perspective, humans are inefficient. We get sick. We need vacations. We demand raises and form unions. Machines do none of these things. They don't strike. They don't retire. They justuar. And in a system driven by profit and efficiency, markets do not reward inefficiency. They eliminate it. This leads to the end of careers, as we know them. Careers once followed a predictable path. You started at an entry-level position, you gained experience, you developed expertise, and eventually, you left a legacy. But AI enters the workforce already at the expert level. There is no training phase. There is no steep learning curve. It simply arrives fully formed. As a result, skills are now expiring faster than humans can adapt. The idea of lifelong learning is shifting into a reality of lifelong chasing, a desperate race to stay relevant. The question is no longer, what do you want to be when you grow up? It's becoming, how long will this skill even be useful before it's obsolete? The concept of a 40-year career in a single field is dissolving before our eyes. We are moving from a world of stable professions to a world of temporary projects and rapidly changing roles. This brings us to the economic crisis that no one is talking about. Our entire global economic system is built on one simple assumption. Humans exchange their labor for income. You work, you get paid. You use that money to live. But what happens when human labor is no longer needed on a massive scale? Who earns money when machines are doing all the work? And perhaps the most critical question of all, who owns the machines? Artificial intelligence doesn't belong to humanity as a whole. It belongs to corporations, governments, and powerful institutions. Those who control the intelligence will control the value it creates. And in our world, value is power. Without a major intervention, wealth will concentrate at the very top, at a speed we've never seen before. Inequality will accelerate to unimaginable levels. Entire populations risk becoming economically irrelevant. This is not a technological problem. It is a human one, a political one, and a moral one. So where does this all lead? Let's explore 3 possible futures. Future 1 is universal basic income. In this scenario, governments provide every citizen with a regular income. Simply for existing, survival is guaranteed. Work becomes optional. People are free to pursue art, community, or personal projects, but meaning is not guaranteed. What happens when our basic needs are met, but our need for purpose is not? Future 2 is a divided civilization. In this world, a small, powerful elite owns and controls the AI. The vast majority of the population simply consumes what the AI produces. We'd have creators and controllers on one side, and passive observers on the other. Opportunity for the masses would disappear. Power would concentrate in the hands of a few. This is a future of technological feudalism. Future 3 is human reinvention. In this path, we stop trying to compete with machines at tasks they do better. Instead, we redefine our purpose. We shift our societal values from productivity to things only humans can truly provide: creativity, emotional care, deep connection, and exploration. None of these futures is certain, but all of them are possible. For centuries, our work has answered a simple but profound question. Who are you? I'm a doctor, I'm a teacher, I'm a builder. In a world without jobs, that answer disappears. Without our professional roles, many humans will face an identity vacuum. Freedom without a sense of purpose can feel like a terrifying emptiness. This is why the greatest challenge of the AI era may not be economic collapse, but a widespread existential confusion. At NeuroVerse Dimension, this is the question we return to again and again. What gives life meaning when productivity no longer defines our worth? Artificial intelligence may eliminate labor. It may cure diseases we thought were incurable. It might solve problems humanity never could on its own. But there is one question it can never answer for us. If we no longer need to work, what does it mean to be human? The future without jobs is not a disaster. It is not a paradise. It is a choice. And that choice belongs to us. Welcome to NeuroVerse Dimension. If you want to understand the future before it defines you, subscribe to our channel. We explore intelligence, technology, and the next chapter of humanity, one dimension at a time.